Will the employee stay? This is a question that comes up quite frequently from a buyer's perspective, inquiring on our opportunities. While it's certainly a reasonable ask, I can't help but chuckle to myself. This is an answer that could likely be its own chapter in a brokerage handbook, but I want to give a few points here to help people understand where I stand as a broker, in my opinion. First and foremost, I think the simple reality is that most people want to keep their jobs. When you have a job you enjoy, you are treated reasonably well, and you make decent wages, the last thing you want to do is go hunting for a new one. The other thing to consider is that really post-close, the onus is on the buyer more than it is the owner. That's why we spend so much time in the brokerage process trying to gauge interpersonal fitment between the buyer and the seller. The hope is that if buyer and seller get along well, then chances are the company culture that's been created before and by the owner is going to transition well to the buyer who's coming into the process. Change is hard for everybody, but being very intentional in what we do and not having a complete 180 or a personality shift post-close is always going to be beneficial to the cause. And in closing, it's important to give thought and care to transition. Transition matters. Every organization is going to be different. It's going to have its own nuances. So we want to be very intentional in what we do. From how you introduce the new owner to the staff, the customers, and the vendors, having care put into this process and having it be a nice gradual change is going to be beneficial to the company as a whole and hopefully succeed and grow in the future.